Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautorestore.com. I'd like to share with you another update. We've been making lots of progress on this nice old fire truck. In earlier video, we had placed the straight 6-cylinder engine in the engine bay. If you recall, it still had the cab, the seat, and a lot of the panels. So lots of progress. The first thing the guys did since your last video, obviously, they removed the engine and transmission completely out of the way. We've completely finished the welding and fabrication work on the rear transmission mount. So we've got that bottom plate welded in. We've got the hole drilled for the transmission mount. And I think we shared with you earlier where we had the bolts and drilled in so it's removable from the frame itself as opposed to being welded solid. These are the custom engine mounts that we made. You get a better idea of what they look like now, the reason why they look different. This is completely made from scratch. You can see that once they've done the fabrication, they used a grinder to grind off the seams. This is media blasted, so it looked like this, and then we sandblasted it because it makes it a little bit smoother. And then later what we'll end up doing is we'll powder coat these separately. So you can see where we've got the plate and the hardware, so it's bolted properly to the frame, and then we've got the mount, and then from the mount we've got new rubber insulators that go in between the engine and that, so there'll be no vibration. Lots to do with the body. You can see we have some bits here. So this is our front piece that sets in this front rollover section, and there's quite a bit of cracking and splitting. So what we did is the guys ground all the paint and primer off. They've welded everywhere where it was broken. There's just stress marks, which is really common in that area. And then they'll end up grinding that. So it's easier to get make sure the distance is correct. So they repaired that, welded it on the fire truck, and then we can remove it and do all the grinding work before we sandblast. So that was removed, and then the cab section, before we could remove the cab section off, or that front cowl, we removed the bench seat and the wood platform that was holding it or bolted on. So that's been removed. And then we unbolted the cowl, ground all the welds and repairs previously between the frame and the cowl, and then we're able to lift the cowl off. We'll have to do some repairs. There's some corrosion through here and on the other side, but that's easier to do that repair off of the truck frame. So we've got the cowl off, and then there's those filler panels in front fenders. So the fenders have been removed. The metal panels that fold over the side has been removed. So now you can see we've got quite a bit of progress on the frame all the way to this point, this lower section. The other thing that the guys are able to do, some of the staff at the Belleville Fire Department supplied us with a really old photo, a black and white photo of this vehicle, guessing somewhere in the late 20s. And originally this basket was in this location. So what we've done is we've moved it. So this was, well, you can see where the rust mark is here. So we basically ground all the welds off and moved the basket back. So originally, this is the location of where it was. You can see the original hand-painted pinstriping, and this piece sat just like it is now. So this matches one of the old black and white photos. When this fire truck arrived here, this whole basket had been moved forward. So it was approximately 22 inches sticking out here. So that wasn't the correct location. So we're able to undo all of the welds and so on and move it back to its original spot. And then what we're going to end up doing is we'll make another piece like this to support it where it originally, because it's long gone, it's been drilled out and removed. So we want to make sure that that basket and these rails go back to the way it was in the really late 20s. I'm going to guess 28, 29 kind of thing. So that's been moved to the right location, and we've got lots of parts off of the truck now. So just a brief update. This is the old fire truck, and I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.